This is the Despair13, and welcome back to an episode of World of Tanks. Now, here's another replay Admiral Boss has sent in. I really do enjoy watching his videos, but here he is in the ever so rare VK7201K. Now, if I remember correctly, this was a reward tanks for Clan Wars. And I don't remember the exact requirements, but all I know is I got into the clan scene way too late and into the wrong clan to actually have a chance at getting one of these things. But hey, you never know. Maybe one day in the far, far future they'll start as a premium. Or maybe they won't. It just kinda depends. But anyway, Admiral Boss is on this encounter map, I believe it is. Yeah, encounter. And, of course, all heavy tanks are expected to go to the hill. That E75 down there, while he's not out of position, he's not doing what the rest of the team are expecting. And he's actually doing something that I notice on, at least the North American server, not a lot of heavy tank drivers do, or any people do on this map during an encounter. Heading the opposite way. Now the reason that is such a big thing when it looks like everyone else is heading to the top of the hill is because 9 times out of 10 when I've lost on this map, it's because my entire team, including me myself, I am not excluded from it, head up to this hill and leave base wide open, leave our rears hanging in the wind, and a group of mediums from the enemy team just come by and just sweep through. And by the time they get to the hill, whether we've killed everyone or not, everyone's on low enough health that they just basically have to swarm on through and don't have to worry too much about what's going on around them. Now, as you can see, he's loaded up his heat round first. Again, it's not something I would do, simply because that shot into the side of the T-110E4 was not, heat was not needed. In my opinion, it absolutely was not. I save my premium rounds for the very end when it gets dire that I need to pen every single shot. Or I'm facing an opponent that I can't even pen the rear or sides of with non-premium. And trust me, there are a few Japanese heavy tanks. Sorry about that. Yeah, just a quick little cough. But the big thing this tank reminds me of is the Lurve. Or Lurve, however you want to pronounce it. I've seen it pronounced a few different ways. But I say that because it's the Lurve's turret with a little step board, which I don't know if it counts as armor or not. What seems to be I want to say a Waffenträger Wehr's gun? That's what I'm guessing. I mean, it's not 100%, but that's what I'm guessing. And the body of what looks to be a VK4502B. Basically, it's a Frankenstein tank, in my opinion. But the big thing that you'll notice is there's only been one shot that has penned him so far, and the main reason for that is you just don't see these tanks. I don't care how long you've been playing, you have rarely seen these tanks. And if you've seen these tanks a lot, you've probably been in a clan that has clan mates of yours that have these tanks, and they absolutely love this thing. Because you don't have, well, there's really no guide on taking one of these things down. There's really no guide as to how to effectively deal with these kind of tanks. It's like a BTSV at tier 3. You don't really see a lot of these tanks unless they're on sale, and this tank doesn't go on sale. It's an amazing tank, from what I can see. But then again, Admiral Boss here has probably been playing it for quite some time and definitely knows how to play tanks a lot more than me. So it's not difficult to believe that he's either extremely good in this tank, or the enemy's Oh, looking at this thing going, what in the f am I supposed to do against this? I've never seen one. And this Jagdpanzer, I mean, it's going through the front of a Jagdpanzer. I mean, yes, it's a tier 8. Well, I guess a tier 10, my bad. X means 10 apparently. Shh, don't tell anyone. But, as you can see, let me just take away a bit of action away from him. Look at the minimap. The two tanks that went, I guess, south are sweeping around. Their T-10, yes, is in a 1 versus 2 situation with a T-90, sorry, T-49 with them, but it's not ideal. And the only ones left up on this hill, the E-100 and Admiral Boss. This E-100 isn't really good on the whole health front. Oh, that shot could have gotten him a kill. So easily could have gotten him a kill. However, just wasn't to be, and now he's got a bit of a face-off, and oh, the E-100 fires, which will be his downfall. Seeing as how the reload rate on this gun seems to be pretty darn good. I mean, yeah, it's not the best, but for the damage output that I've seen, and just looking at the shell penetration and damage, it seems to be the same gun that's on the mouse, or something of similar status. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't own this tank. I don't see very many of these tanks. This is probably the first time I've seen one of these tanks in a game before. But it just is amazing to me that this mythical tank, and yes, I'm saying mythical because I don't know, has anyone else besides Admiral Boss seen a tank like this, or even owns a tank like this? And there's that T-49 that was last seen down by the T-10, and he's not in a good way. He is just not in a good way. Skoda T-50 and the T-49 on his team hasn't moved. Okay, light tank hasn't moved. This isn't a good thing. This just isn't a good thing. But as he keeps popping around this corner, he's getting spotted. Sixth Sense is going off. And there seems to be one tank still down there that could possibly be spotting him. Maybe two, but only one that we know of. And that would be the T-30. Now, I don't care what tank you're in, you do not want to be hit by a T-30. So, it's in his best interest, and he realizes this, to go the other way. To drag the T-30 out of his hiding, out into the open to where his allies could deal with him a lot easier. And we're about to figure out why this T-49 is on such low health and hasn't moved for the rest of the game. Place a bet. Oh, never mind. Bet's over. Yeah, he got flipped. How? I have no idea, but it looks like he went just far enough out of the map border to hit the rock, and Admiral Boss is doing his absolute best to flip him right side up. However, from the looks of it, he has no idea how to right this tank. I mean, he's just like shoving into it, like, does this help? No? Okay, what if I do this? And you can see this T-49 driver going, oh no, 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 I don't want to be this way. Nope, 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 please help, someone tell him how to fix this. But this Jagdpanzer 100 tells him just at the same time that he figures it out himself. And you've seen the video where I've done that. Because it's not like you're completely out of the game. It is possible to be flipped back over, but until then you're just sitting there, watching your team wither away. Or crush the enemies and go on without you, and you lose relevance extremely quickly. And there's only 3 tanks on the enemy team, so the only hope is to go after what's left of Admiral Boss's team, which is all up here, or to go and cap. And there's that T-30 that was spotting him earlier up on the hill. So, 750 damage. Seems like a very, very big hit. And if this tank in particular showed up on Wargaming's premium shop, I think you'd see a lot of people dish out just tons and tons of money for it. Because it's not a tank you see often. Many people would be like, oh look, new tank, and the people who've had it since it came out for Clan Wars Reward will be like, really? But if I remember correctly, this tank has been out for 2 years. And since then, a lot of accounts have gone inactive. A lot of accounts that have had this tank go inactive. But that doesn't mean that it's not an absolute gorgeous looking tank. It's one of those tanks that you don't see every day. And it just goes to show how long Admiral Boss has been playing this game. And here on the post-game stats screen, I really am not surprised. I mean, just look at... I mean, he even got some spotting damage in. I swear, heavy tanks are pretty darn good for spotting. I don't know how many times back in my VK4502A I got the spotter badge, but anyway, he got enough damage, unsurprisingly, to get a high caliber and a Confederate for hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tanks. Holy cow, he did some work. And over here in the team score list, there really wasn't even anyone close to the damage he had done. I mean, the second closest was on the enemy team. Well, I guess the closest to matching him was the FV202 on the enemy team that did 4,000 damage. 10,000 damage? Holy cow. Why can't I be that good? I mean, I would love to have games like this and have the experience he does, but I guess it just takes roughly, what was it, 11k games or something like that? Some high amount, and I hope one day to reach that number and be as good as him and obviously Quickie Baby and some of the other YouTubers and people that I've seen, but to deal that much damage with only 11 penetrations. That gun is so nice. I want something that'll do that. Not only that, just look at the detecting damage he did and the tracking damage he did. He really worked for this game. And because it's a tank that you don't see often, I'm not surprised with the results he's gotten. But the big kicker was trying to flip over that tank. He ended up doing enough team damage, 16, to to have a fine of 15,000. Well, 15,000 would be ridiculous, but still. Trying to be competitive and keep your team in the game, and you get fined for it. This is why World of Tanks needs to fix the whole team flipping over situation. And I'm pretty sure that the majority of this ammunition bill came from him firing those heat shells at the very, very beginning. There's no way I could even begin to fire premium rounds at the very beginning. Not in the quantities that I would carry it, nor in the ways that I would fire it. But because of the little amount of damage he actually took, it did kind of balance out, and he earned almost 5,000 credits. And I'm guessing it wasn't his first win of the day, so he earned 1,235 XP and 61 free XP. Thank you, Admiral Boss, for sending in your games. It's quite helpful because I don't have to spend time flailing about in World of Tanks trying to find something remotely decent to put on YouTube. I can just load up my email, and go, look, which one do I want to record today? And it makes it a lot easier on me. So if there's any of you guys who want to help me out and think you have a pretty good replay, probably a lot better than anything I can do, just go in the description below, upload it to Quickie Baby Replays or WoteReplays.com, send me a link in the email down in the description, thedesphere13@gmail.com, no upcase, and chances are you'll see it show up on the show. So if you've enjoyed the video, please like, it helps out the channel. If you want to see more, please subscribe. This has been the Desphere13, signing off. Bye.